bungs are done. And I've got them all cut off and dressed, all nicely matched into the tow rail. Hang on a minute, keep going, keep going, keep going. And by the way, you're looking at a lot of brand new bungs. You can't tell because they've been dressed in so that they match up with the old tow rail. And back here, not only are they done, but this has got 2 coats of Sea-Tile on it all the way to the stern. So anyway, making progress. Now with those done, I'm gonna need to finish sanding out, because even though the bungs are themselves are cut off and dressed in with the tow rail, I've got to sand the rest of the tow rail, inboard and outboard, and get it all nice and smoothed up, and then I can go ahead and put some Sea-Tile on it. The one thing I do have to do before I can put on my new deck hardware, the stuff I refurbished, I've got to go ahead and take this down. You can see how badly degraded this old teak was. That's where the old chocks used to be. See how that much that's worn away with the 48 years of being in use? Anyway, I'm going to take that right down to level, smooth it up, sand it up, and before I put the new chocks on. Well, excuse me, the refurbished chocks on. And believe me, they'll look a lot better than they did before. So anyway, but all these bungs are done, and I love it. This is a lot of work, guys. A lot of work, but they're done. So. New Stuff Corner Part 1, and we're outside because I'm not going to try to get this down below. Brand new heavy-duty tarp for little girl. The other one that I spoke of earlier has holes in it because it's just shot all to pieces after 2 years of being on this boat and enduring 2 winters. And anyway, so this is a heavy-duty one. Costs way more than the other one. This thing cost me almost $100 with good old Massachusetts tax added on. So anyway, but this will definitely hold up through this winter and keep the snow and keep her in good shape while I'm working on her. So anyway, that's part 1 of New Stuff Corner. Part 2 is going to have to wait for a while because I got to get below and do major cleaning after 2 days of working in the rain, partly, in other words, with the rain outside, and it's just a dump down below because of everything I've been doing in there with getting sanding and varnishing and all this kind of stuff. I just got major cleanup to do. New Stuff Corner number 2. It's in place. This is a nice little sink cover that I did up, and I think it came out pretty good. And everything matches, like I said, with all the woodwork having recently been stained in urethane. Everything's looking kind of nice. So, hey, that's it for New Stuff Corner this time. But it's taken a long time to get here to get all this stuff up to snuff and looking good. So, all right, thanks from little girl, and I'm going to go in and warm up. It's stinking cold out here. Unbelievable. Well, good morning from aboard, little girl. It is a mighty cold 14 degrees out here. And even with the heater going, it doesn't feel like 14. It feels like about minus 14. Anyway, looking forward to a good day after Thanksgiving. And got this thing in mind to go ahead and try to finish sanding out the tow rails, stem to stern, and see if I can get those all done. Not going to be able to get Sea-Tile on today, but hopefully on Saturday I'll be able to get some. The temperature's supposed to be up to around 50. So anyway, in the meantime, good morning, and we'll keep you up to date as things get started. It's Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I already went up this morning to Chick-fil-A and uploaded a whole bunch of video stuff that I've been shooting since I've been here. Right now, at a little before noon, I got to take my wife to a movie, and then after that we're going to go grab some early supper. But in the meantime, I want to get this sanded out. Tow rail is all done, as I mentioned yesterday. All the bungs are done, and I want to get this completely sanded out. The temperature will only get up into the maybe low 30s today. Tomorrow we're supposed to get up close to 50, and I can go ahead and get some Cetal on these. But in the meantime, between now and the time I leave to take my wife to the movie and do the supper thing, I'm on to this. I got to get this all sanded out. So next stop, get that sandpaper going. Well, I left everything wide open when I went to the movies with my wife here today, and little girl has been wide open all afternoon. And anyway, mighty cold down here, but just want to do a wrap up on the day. I got the starboard tow rail completely sanded out, stem to stern, or stern to stem as the case may be. I did not get port done. But at least tomorrow the temperature is going to come up, and what I'm going to do is, as soon as the temperature gets up to around 48, 50 degrees, it might get up to 50, I don't know. I'm going to get out there with the Cetal and get a coat of Cetal on it. I've got the whole, probably back third of the boat that's already been sanded out and has 2 coats of Cetal already on it, so that's going to be ahead of the rest of it. But I want the entire starboard side done. If I have time, I'll try to go ahead and get the port done as well. But as in sanded out, I don't know if I'm going to have time. We'll see. I've got to study. I've got to preach on Sunday, and I've got to do a presentation. So anyway, so that's a wrap up for day number 4 or 5. I guess 5. No, 4. Day number 4 of work aboard Little Girl. And you know what? Hey, it's been good getting some stuff done. And whole interior is looking fantastic. And just really happy about that. So, good night from aboard Little Girl. We'll be back at it tomorrow. And we'll show you the results if we get that Cetal on. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. Got rain coming in tonight. I've got to get some study done today. Get things ready for tomorrow, which is Sunday. But in the meantime, about 1 o'clock today, I think right around 1 or 2, we should be up to about 47 degrees, and that means I can get some Cetal on. So that's the plan. Gonna go ahead and leave Little Girl pretty much right where she is for the moment, and plan on getting out here right after lunchtime and getting out a new foam brush and getting Cetal on, at least on the starboard side. Port, I'm just going to have to wait till next time. I'm out of time. But, hey, like we've said right from the beginning, it's one step at a time. One step at a time. So, hey, we're getting there. I'm going to go in and grab some breakfast. If I get any spare time at all, I'll try to get some more sanding done on the port. But for right now, looks like the starboard's going to be it for this trip. Well, the starboard tow rail has 1 coat of Cetal on it, fore and aft, all the way. And anyway, you know, it still looks like an old tow rail, doesn't it? But you know what? It's all been fixed. All the bungs are filled, everything's sanded out, and it's got 1 coat of Cetal on it from stem to stern. And this first coat is not going to look that great anyway. But anyway, somebody just kicked on a compressor next door, so you got the racket. Whatever. But you know what I love about this? It's drying so fast. I don't know if you can tell, but it is drying just so fast because this old teak is extremely dried out. I mean, it's almost 50 years old, and it's just lost all of its original oils. And so I'm going to put the tarp on this thing before we go to bed tonight because we got rain coming in at midnight. But we're cool. We're cool. It'll be fine. Get the new tarp up there, covering all this up, and give her a chance to harden up. And next time we're down, as long as we get above 47 degrees, we can go ahead and do it. I was pushing the edge today. It was just, well, let me tap that and get the focus here. It was just 47 degrees, and that was the only, that was kind of my cutoff. I just noticed now, look at that. Look at that. Somebody used a grinder on that. You can see it. Somebody used a grinder on that to take off some crud. Look at that. Oh, well, you know, it's not the first of the atrocities I've seen done aboard this boat. You know, in the course of the history of a boat, over the lifetime, you expect things to be done by various people of various skill levels, and some not so skilled. So, anyway. All right, little girl, we're all done. Got to get back in there and study for tomorrow. But I am happy as a clam. I've got my starboard tow reel finished out and one coat of Sea-Tall. Hey, good trip, even if we got that done, and we got a whole lot more. Well, I guess it's completely appropriate that as I do the wrap-up for this trip down to the Cape, for this journey of restoring Little Girl, that the stupid leaf blower is going again. So, hey, thanks for dropping by. Been a great trip. Gotten a lot accomplished. 2 days of working below with the heater on and the rain coming down outside has gotten it to looking pretty spiffy in here, and I'm really proud of this. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm really excited about the fact that I now have the starboard tow rail not only all bunged, sanded out, and now one coat of Sea-Tall on it, stem to stern. So next time we'll try to get the port done, but for right now, just really pleased with this trip, and hope you've enjoyed this episode of Restoring Little Girl. Drop by another time. Look forward to it. Take care. Bye.